I am currently sitting on a piece of land that I believe the Lord has said is going to be where I build my home, and my family, my husband, my children, and I, we build our home. Currently, there are multiple things that are saying no, you will not own this land. I'm not working. My businesses are growing. I'm believing God to continue to provide clients and growth in those areas, but they're nowhere near where they should be to own a piece of land. This piece of land in particular. My husband's job is transitioning, and the price from this land has gone up. So, backstory: I've known about this land for 3 years, since 2018. And my husband showed it to me, and I don't know if it was immediate, but very soon after he showed it to me, it just settled in my spirit that this is where we were going to build our home. And I have just prayed on it and believed God for it since that time, 2018. And in that time period, in the last 3 years, it's gone off the market. It's been placed back on the market. It's gone off the market. It's been placed back on the market. And in this last stint, most recently, it's not back on the market officially, but the market value has gone up significantly, almost $100,000 more than it was. But my feelings about this have not changed. What God told me, my confidence in what God told me has not changed. My feelings have gone all over the place, but my confidence in what God said to me about this piece of land, that hasn't changed, because God hasn't changed, and God is not a man that he should lie. And I'm doing this video because God told me to do this video, because this is a piece of vulnerability in my life that I would gladly not share until it was all tied up and wrapped up with a pretty little bow. Because God had done what he said he was going to do, and we have built our beautiful house on this land, and I can tell you all of that process and how it turned out, how I know it's going to turn out. But he was like, no, I want you to tell the story now, when you're in the thick of it, when you're in the midst of it, and when you have so many uncertainties looking you in your face as far as your circumstances, that any other person who does not have the faith that you have would think, this is impossible for us to get this land. But I know that it's not. I know I have confidence in what God told me. There's nothing that you could say to me that would tell me that this land is not going to be ours. But I'm saying this to this video because I want this story and the way that it plays out to point directly to the glory of God and who he is and who he has been this whole time. And I want to point to the trust plus faith-filled works that we have replaced with hustle and self-sufficiency. Trusting God and preparing my heart, my mind, my finances, my family to receive this blessing that God is going to give us in this piece of land is what's happening now. I'm in the trusting phase and I have been in the trusting phase for a while, but I know God is asking me to up the ante of my trust by telling the story and making it public when there is no ending yet, because I want people to know that God, he still works miracles. He still keeps his promises. And if he did it for me, and he's doing it for me right now, he can do it for you. And I'm doing a study on Elijah right now that's talking about just faith and fire, and how Elijah on Mount Carmel, he prepared his sacrifice. Then after preparing the sacrifice, 4 times did he douse water over all of the sacrifice, so much so that he dug a trench around the altar, and the trench was filled with water. And he did not put fire under the sacrifice, because he knew that the fire of God was going to come down and consume the sacrifice. And that's exactly what happened. And so this is me dousing water on my dousing water on the sanity, dousing water on the privacy of this dream, dousing water on my life, because this is my life that's happening right now, dousing water on this piece of land that will soon be, in a little while, will soon be cleared, and a home will soon be built on this land. Because God told me that too. He told me, yet a little while. It's just a little while. All I have to do is be obedient. And this is me dousing water on that on that sacrifice. I'm sacrificing myself because I'm risking looking crazy. I'm risking the fact that we don't have it all together yet. I'm risking the fact that something else might happen that could hinder this. There could be some more things that God needs me to see, to grow, to learn before we can get this piece of land, that might look contrary from the outside looking in. But I'm so confident that God told me this. I'm willing to make this video, to make it public, to say that the Lord told me that this land that I'm about to show you is going to be where we build our home. And I pray that whomever sees this, whoever watches this, that you join me in prayer, that this will be my home, that God will continue to move quickly, and that he will keep his promises as he said he will. Pray for my faith, pray for my strength as this process unfolds. But also that you would have that uncompromising confidence in God, that whatever you're praying for, that whatever you're believing for, no matter how long it's taken, that you have the unwavering confidence that God will come through for you. It reminds me of Caleb, and how he and Joshua were the only 2 out of the 12 spies that said they could conquer the promised land. They were the only 2. The other 10, they died, and their children did not receive the promise. I want to be like Joshua and Caleb. Caleb didn't get his piece of the promised land until 45 years later. Now, I've already asked God. I said, Lord, I can't wait 45 years. I can wait 4 to 5 years, but I can't wait 45, Father God. I'm not built like that. We had this conversation a few years ago, so we're coming up on that 4th year. I believe God is who he says he is, and I believe that I will see the glory of the Lord in the land of the living, and that everything that happens in my life from here on out points to him and to him only. And as I document it, and as I put it up on this YouTube channel, that there is nothing in me that says I did this on my own, but everything says God did this. So I'm gonna show y'all my piece of land that the Lord has promised me and my family. And then I'm gonna go and get my girls some cheerleading. Have faith, you guys. Have faith. God is not changed. He is still merciful. He still wants to give good gifts to his children. He still keeps his promises, and he still speaks loud and clear through his word. Get in some quiet time with him. Get to know him for yourself. Talk to him, have conversations with him, tell him what you want. Remind him of what he said, and live your life according to that. Align your life according to the promises God has spoken over your life. No matter how crazy it looks, no matter how scary it is, no matter how vulnerable it makes you feel, do the thing. Believe God is who he says. Elijah said, let the God who answers by fire, let him be God. Let him be God in your life. Here's my piece of land. I love you guys. And part 2 of this is coming.